I'm Ben with Mt.Folly, and today we're going to be working on beef. And so beef-wise, we have a tomahawk steak that we are going to be reverse searing, actually. And we are using the Kinder's prime steak that has garlic, black garlic specifically, truffle, and a few other good things mixed in. Now, you've already seen that I've patted the steak as dry as possible. And this actual specific cut comes from the ribeye loin, or the rib loin. So like on a cow, it's like more up here. And everybody knows ribeyes, you know, it's a prime cut. It's what everybody loves and really likes to eat. It has good marbling, but what's special about it is this, you know, tomahawk that's actually part of the short rib. And then from here, all we have to do to get ready for our reverse seal on the grill is that we're going to be seasoning it once dry. That's super important in these. So what we want to do is we're going to coat it really good on all sides. And what we really need to do is get it to each side, and then we're going to roll it along the edge to get it started. So we're going to have each side covered with this Kinder's prime steak. Not going to miss any. Not going to miss any sides. And then also, just to make sure we hit every single angle, we're going to roll it back and forth. Make sure that we absorb every little bit of seasoning into this tomahawk. Okay. And then we will move it to our tray to go straight onto the grill. All right, so we got the grill preheated. We're gonna go on to a very hot grate, get that sear, and we'll also move it about 90 degrees to get those real nice grill marks. And so we're gonna do this for about 2.5 minutes on each side. And then we're gonna come back with a meat thermometer. That's what's going to allow us to tell if it's rare, medium, or medium well. Of course, we're going to have medium rare for 135 internal temperature. What's so hard about these big bulky cuts of meat, you know, they take so long. That's why we have to reverse sear. So that's why we're going to use the indirect heat on the left hand side, because you can see they're both turned off. And that's what's going to be so good to get a nice internal temperature of 135 degrees. My mother always said I was outstanding in my field. Here I am. All right, so that's been a couple minutes right there. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to move it to get those nice X marks on that one side of the steak. And then when we come back in another 2 minutes, then we're going to flip it onto its other side, do the same thing, and then move it to indirect heat. All right, we just went another 2 minutes, 4 minutes total on one side. Now we're gonna flip it over and sear the other side. Yeah, look at those good grill marks. All right, now we're gonna go back on for another 2 minutes. All right, now we're just going to be moving it to get those good grill marks. So we're actually going to be going back just a little bit. We'll turn it down since some of that fat's going to be flaring up. All right, so we should have a good sear by now on both sides. See that flame start kicking up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go indirect which is on this side right here. Actually, we should flip it. So we're gonna have heat on this side. We're gonna crank it back up. And we should actually get a good temp on where this thing is right now. So right now we're at 95. May not show it fast enough, but we're at 95 as an internal temperature, and that is very raw. Like you can't enjoy that if you like a medium rare or a rare steak. Even, I mean, even rare needs to be, you know, above 100 unless you're just, you know, flat out eating raw meat. But we're going to use the indirect heat. We're going to let this go for another, I don't know, maybe 10, 15, 18 minutes. We'll see how it does. And actually we might even move a little bit closer over there to the indirect. And then we'll come back, we'll do a couple more temp checks, and we'll get to try it. All right, so we've been going for about 10 minutes there, and we are, like I said, looking for 135 to 145 as an internal temperature. And currently we're sitting at like 130. So we're gonna let this go for a couple more minutes. And then we'll be right back. All right, so we've been going for a few more minutes here. And we are looking for a internal temperature over 135, and we are sitting at 138 whenever I first pulled it off. That's where we're sitting at. So we're getting there. 138 to 141. So we're gonna go ahead and pull it off, and so that you all can see, we have the tray over here, because the whole point of all this is that we want to let the meat rest so that it is perfect from top to bottom, from bone. This has been with Mt.Folly. I appreciate you all coming along with me to cook this tomahawk steak. It was fantastic. We've got some medium well sides on the edges, but we've got medium to medium rare in the center of it. It's been absolutely fantastic. It's delicious. The Kinder's prime steak did exceptionally well, and I'm tickled. It's been delicious. We've got a treat for a dog. After a while, I might take that over to my parents so that their dog can enjoy it. But thank you all for staying along with us. And today's focus was beef. We'll do some other ones along the way. But thank you very much.